This is the Significant Man Recharge Show. I'm your host, Warren Peterson, and welcome to the 5-Minute Friday. One of the important foundations for men is that they have real, powerful friends within their lives. And as I get into this, I want you to consider that in your life, you have multiple kinds of friendships. On the one hand, you have buddies, guys to hang out with when you want to watch a game. And then on the other hand, you have friendships with your Christian brothers, men who share in your faith. And these kinds of friends, they're critical. These friendships are really important because you weren't created to walk through this life alone. And as great of a friend as your wife can be, she's not a replacement for you having other Christian men, other Christian brothers that you can be shoulder to shoulder with, literally going through life together. Yes, your wife should be your friend. She should be one of your best friends, maybe your best friend. But she still doesn't take that place of the guys in your life who are going to be that kind of friend for you. Now, before going further into this issue, into this discussion of friendship, I want to jump into something that James wrote in the Bible on friendship. He wrote this: "You adulterers, don't you realize that friendship with the world makes you an enemy of God? I say it again, if you want to be a friend of the world, you make yourself an enemy of God." Do you think the scriptures have no meaning? They say that God is passionate, that the spirit he has placed within us should be faithful to him. So this is in James chapter 4. So first, a quick note here on the use of adulterers in this passage. In the Old Testament, there are several times that Israel was called an adulteress for claiming to serve and honor God, all while they were pursuing worldly idols at the same time. So James is using that context in this passage here. When we build a friendship, it can take time. It usually does take time. And in that friendship, we have a loyalty and a commitment to one another. We have some expectation of doing life together, and in our strong friendships, we help one another to grow and develop spiritually, morally, and in all aspects of our lives. In our current culture, where seeking the approval of the world is so important, you can end up, usually without even realizing it, building a friendship with the world. You can end up doing things, saying things, and seeking things in your life that will bring you the approval of the world. When you seek friendship with the world, you can quickly find yourself on a path that's at odds with God himself, and this is what James was warning about. And it's a warning that you must take seriously. James says that if you want to be a friend of the world, you will make yourself an enemy of God. So let that sink in for a minute. When you want to be a friend of the world, you become an enemy of God. That's about as serious as it comes. When you go along with the world, it's easy to pick up on the attitudes, the actions, the behavior, the speech, and everything else in the culture that they all go along with. And social media amplifies this in a very negative way. If you say one thing that might be considered incorrect or unpopular, you can be canceled. If you act in a way that the world doesn't agree with, you can be shunned. So it takes courage to go against the grain. It takes determination to stand up for God and not modern culture. It's not easy to make the choice to not follow the ways of the world. It's something that we all have to be vigilant against and that we need to be working against on a regular basis. You need to desire to be in kingdom friendship with God first, not in worldly friendship with culture. You need to remember that what God has told you is true, that the scriptures have the ultimate meaning in your life, and that you're to live by those words. And you need worldly friends then who will keep you on that path. Kingdom friends who can keep you on that path. It's extremely important. You have to have friends that help you to keep your eyes on God first and his kingdom first. Because the temptation to fall into friendship with the world, it's strong, especially in the social media culture. So you need to have friends by your side who are willing to take the courageous stand of letting you know when you're on the wrong path. And you need to make sure that you've given them permission to do that for you. Make it known that you want and you need them to see your blind spots and to point that out. At the end of the day, your friends are important, and your relationship with God matters the most. The world might want to take that spot, but you know that spot's already taken. God is passionate about this, and we're to be faithful to him in every area of our lives, including in our friendships. And one of the reasons that I host the BASECAMP events is because I wanted to bring together a group of men, kingdom men, who were after this kind of friendship. So if you don't have that in your life, if you don't have a group of guys that can walk the walk with you, you need to head over to significantman.com and check out the BASECAMP event. It's 4 days, it's 3 nights. We talk about very real issues, and real friendships are made there. So head over to significantman.com, check out the BASECAMP experience. And please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review this show. Your ratings and your reviews, they help other people find the show. So thank you for that. All right, enjoy the next show.